Hey everybody, it's Lunabelle. Yeah, I want to have a frank discussion this morning. And y'all, I was a creator on TikTok, and I only had two channels, and they were permanently banned because of gang stalking, but also due to what people call self-deleting. There is an online program on as part of the corruption, y'all. It's part of the organized crime group that they have a bunch of readers and people on TikTok that participate and orchestrate self-deleting of other creators. They pick targets. Now, y'all, and I'm just going to have a very frank, honest conversation with people. Y'all, I have been bullied from the day I was born. My mother has Munchausen by proxy with all the tendencies, but she has essayed and trafficked all her children from the day we were born. Now, she was, I know, admitted into an institution in Jacksonville, Florida in 1966. I'm also a victim and survivor of MK Ultra. Now, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. My whole life, I've always had to work. I've always had to earn, like to have a spot in the family. You basically had to earn the right to exist. And that was so with my late husband. It was almost, March 14th of 27 will be 5 years since he's passed. And the targeting began before he even passed. I'm not even sure when it began, but after my late husband passed, it intensified. I don't know when he and I were targeted, but y'all, my late husband was a billionaire in his own right, and so were my late in-laws. Now, I inherited both estates. I have never probated my late husband's will, and I was not allowed to go to the reading of my late father-in-law's will. I was told that I was not wanted, okay? And they illegally changed my late father-in-law's will. I was actually left everything. Everything. I was the only one to inherit. I mean, there were, clauses and everything for the children and grandchildren, et cetera, but basically I would have been the executor. But everything was left in my hands. The complete estate, the whole thing. This is billions of dollars. Y'all, I never knew how much, and I never cared. I thought it was like over $1 million, and even now I don't, my mind cannot grasp that. I've always been poor, and everything's always been taken from me, but that was from my mother and the abuse, and also my late husband. Y'all, I'll tell you these things because I want to go back to the self-deleting on TikTok as part of the organized crime. Y'all, I mentioned that I've always had to work or been made to feel like I had to earn a right to have a spot within the family, to belong, that I had to earn it. Even when I was married to my husband, I basically felt like a slave, like I was nothing but the cook, the one who cleaned. I felt like a slave, honestly. And that's actually how I was treated. I was treated like a breeding cow to have his children and little more than to cook and clean for all of them. And I think many of the women in the United States could probably resonate with that now. I think we see so many men who actually just don't even participate in the care of their family or even their children. You'll see one woman trying to handle all these youngins and manage everything, But um, let's get to TikTok and the rabid prevalence of the gang stalking tactics on there and what I call hate platforms. People saying that they're spiritual and they're about love and spirituality and about Christ, and I have seen more hate and the outright bullying and gang stalking on TikTok is there's no reward for that. And that it's a bunch of adults doing this. And that it's actually sold on the dark web for pay per view. People pay to participate in these things. Now, I'm going to address one thing right here, right now. Y'all, I'm not married. I am a widow. I have never remarried since my late husband passed. I have never remarried. Bitch, I probably won't ever marry. I might go in a relationship or, I was trying to get this to where y'all can see the rods. I may go in a relationship, but I will never marry. Never. Is that correct? They're like, fuck yeah. And I am not married now. Okay? Thank you for that confirmation. Allegedly, y'all, I have had my inheritance stolen, my estate stolen, my identity stolen, my intellectual property stolen. I'm a poet. I'm an author. I'm a painter. I'm a psychic medium, and I have solved multiple murders and missing persons cases, including Genesis here in Enterprise, Alabama. And there's actually some missing persons that they're actually investigating right now that happened here locally. Y'all, I'm referencing here at Dave 1979 and the one called Marta. She goes by Quicksilver Mind Weaver on TikTok, and Quicksilver Mind 22 on Facebook is the one I blocked. Bitch, y'all quit stalking me. Leave me the fuck alone. Y'all, they had my second TikTok account permanently banned for falsely reporting me for, bitch, I don't even know what. I did not even know that at Dave 1979 was the one that is also called the Ghostwriter. I had no idea. Nor did I realize that he was saying that he was married to me. Bitch, I ain't married to you or anybody else. You may be married to Marta, but bitch, you ain't married to me. Well, you married to Nutter Butter as well, and Swamp Dick. Now, y'all, Swamp Dick is the first man I was physical with after my late husband passed. 10 months after he passed. I broke that off long ago, and it was just a fuck buddy relationship. When you lie to me in an open fuck buddy relationship, it's a no-go for me, okay? No. If you're going to lie to me about something so simple, no, bitch. And Nutter Butter is my old best friend's daughter who was fucking Swamp Dick. And, y'all, they are part of organized crime. They are PDFers, pedophiles, and they do this as a business, and they're part of the some weird sadistic BDSM community. This is not the normal BDSM community. I don't believe so, is it? My rods are like, no. This is something far worse that is attached to the Epstein files. They're saying the words full disclosure. Y'all, this is honestly, my story is about to go public, and I know it is. Allegedly, someone had said they got a false conservatorship or power of attorney or an executorship over my estate and me. Bitch, no, you don't. This is organized crime. I have not received one penny from my estate, not one penny. I have not been given 1 cent for my care or upkeep from my estate. It has been stolen. I have never known, I've never been notified about a court case or anything else. Um, this is organized crime. Now, let's get to the targeting on TikTok and the self deleting. I was targeted, and at Dave 1979 and Marta Quicksilver Mine are part of the organized crime group that target people on TikTok to get them to self delete. They target them and bully them and gang stalk them and have a whole group of people that harass and gang stalk and bully them on TikTok, on their platforms, and in their live streams on TikTok, hoping for people to self delete. Okay? This is what they tried to do with me. They don't want to, I'm worried about getting smacked in the face, y'all. This is what at Dave 1979 and Marta Quicksilver Mine Weaver on TikTok tried to do to me. You felt. I'm still being stalked by at Dave 1979 and Quicksilver Mine Weaver Marta. Okay? My at Dave 1979 has illegally hacked my phone, my laptop, and all my devices. And they have hidden cameras with video and audio of me in my home illegally that they sell the content on the dark web. This is human trafficking. This is people on TikTok trying to get other creators to self-delete because they are being bullied and gang stalked. Okay? This is organized crime. This is targeting individuals that have money or potential, or they've taken life insurance policies out on, and then they target them so they self-delete, as they call it. This is self-deleting for profit. This is a business for organized crime. And this is what Marta Quicksilver Mine Weaver on TikTok and Quicksilver Mine Weaver 22 on Facebook. And bitch, I'm going to keep blocking every fucking account you come up on. And at Dave 1979 on TikTok. He also goes by Ghostwriter on TikTok and Instagram and I guess Facebook, because I keep blocking them everywhere they show up. I am being stalked and gang stalked and harassed and bullied by these people. This is organized crime. They are PDFers. At Dave 1979 is actually a serial essayer, and that's the nice way of putting it, and PDFer. He is an adult film star, and his specialty is essaying. He's a PDFer. Okay, but his main thing is unaliving people. Okay, and that's what most of his books are about. Those stories about stuffing a certain body part down somebody's throat until they're gagging or whatever. These are things that he's done in real life to essay, in particular, PDF, essay them, and unalive them by such methods. Okay, these are not his fantasies. These are real events that he actually writes about. These are things he's actually done multiple times, and these things are sold on the dark web as adult films. Okay, but they also include ritualistic magic with this as well. And anyhow, cryptic fat bitch, I call her cryptic fat bitch. I just keep calling her cryptic fat bitch because, bitch, you ain't cryptic. You think you are. But she is into the very dark arts. Y'all, you can walk down the left-hand path all you want. But when you're sending death magic at people, bitch, you're, I know it's been effective for her before that she's used this method on other people and it's actually worked and they have proof of that. She's actually admitted to this on video, her and Dave. 1979, they got you on film, on video, and texts and phone calls of y'all admitting this. Also, the ritual essaying and unaliving of younger individuals for, well, ritual. And they actually, is it 3 bodies recently y'all discovered? I channeled out 3 of them. One was 12, one was it a 13-year-old female that was pregnant? Her and the baby unborn, and a 12-year-old, that those 2 individuals essayed and unalived for death magic for me and a destiny swap. Bitch, that was unaffected, by the way. But it will hit y'all. Well, it's kind of like a Russian roulette. You don't know who it's going to hit. You or one of your closest loved ones. Who's going to hit first? But it hit 10 family members is what it's going to do. It's going to hit 10 people, not me, bitch. Okay? Because I don't know what she or they did, but there was a group of 13 people in this cult coven, and they actually also have a dumping site, a ritual unaliving dumping ground in Savannah, Georgia, that's close to the Savannah River. Okay, these are actually some of the things I have channeled out and that are actively being investigated right now. I'm hearing one of I believe this is Stephen, it is under his jurisdiction. And I'm hearing FBI, you're with the FBI and like Secret Service and some kind of shit, but he investigate white collar crimes, and he has been employed at Morgan Stanley, but he's also related to at Dave 1979. Y'all, this is what I have to be careful because bitch, I don't want to get whacked. But he is actually related to the family that owns Morgan Stanley in Atlanta, Georgia, that had I don't know the word for, that were managing the estates that were left to me. And he hacked their systems. I don't know. That's their deal. But y'all, what I want to speak of specifically is the online targeting, the bullying, their self-delete program. Y'all, I'm not the only one. How many of y'all have heard about that or seen it on TikTok? How many of y'all have been in those lives and heard people talking about it later? I've never been in one that I know of, and I hope I never am. I wouldn't want to be a part of that, of bullying someone. And y'all, after I was allegedly roofied as part of their gang stalking, and y'all, my family is part of this organized crime that, stole my inheritance. Even my kids. I was roofied and essayed at a local pub here in town. And this is one of the times they doxed me and were trying to get me to self-delete on my first TikTok account that they had banned. I was like 1,300 away from 10,000 followers. And they had that one permanently banned. But it was the biggest live I ever had. There was over 1,000 people in that live that were doxing me, insulting me, and saying I begged for it and all that other shit. Ain't nobody ever begged to be roofied and essayed. Ain't nobody. And people pay for this. They pay to get in these lives, and they do this on the dark web and live stream it. And one of the local psychic hoodoo voodoo Queenie Bitch B and her sidekick minion, I call her Little Mini-Me because she was supposed to be one of my copycats. She actually looks like me. I think she may be distantly related. But even my hair, y'all, even my hair. This is a racist organization. It is a racist organization that is tied to the Epstein. Okay, this is human trafficking. This is organ harvesting. This is people organizing. They're calling this a ritual hunt, is what they call it, but they're self-deleting program for profit. Okay, and that's what they at Dave 1979 and Cryptic Fuck Bitch Marta Quicksilver Mind Weaver was trying to do to me. And y'all, I know there's been quite a few, y'all, all of a sudden it gets hot. Hold on. But today's readers coming from TikTok to my personal Facebook page. Now, y'all, because of the interference, the illegal phone hacking and hacking of all my devices, and y'all, I'm quite honestly computer illiterate. This is my first computer since dial-up, and I bought this in the end of February, and it's so hacked right now. I have to charge it about 3 times a day, and it's brand fucking new. It's not even a year old. Anyhow, back to the targeting by creators on TikTok, the self-delete program. Y'all, I hope other readers, especially the ones of you coming to my personal Facebook page, take a stand. Take a stand. This is far more than a smear campaign. This was targeting by organized crime. Trying to get me to self-delete. Y'all noticing my candle over here, the flame. They were unsuccessful. I'm a strong-willed person, and y'all have no idea the things I've been through in my life. I know people are going to start hearing about it, and it's going to be made public soon, but specifically about the truth of my own family. But let's speak about the shit on TikTok. Y'all, there are so many people like me. Y'all, I knew nothing about spirituality or witchcraft or about my gifts. Y'all, I didn't remember anything about my childhood, and even now most of it is a blank because of the abuses, but also of MK Ultra. Now, I mentioned that this is a racist group, okay? One of the things Marta Quicksilver Mind Weaver on TikTok and at Dave 1979, they make fun of my hair. I mean, it's obviously a mess right now, and you can see I actually had just started to comb my hair out. I'm not all white, but Cryptic Foot Bitch, Quicksilver Mind Weaver, and at Dave 1979, you white supremacist motherfucker, you racist motherfuckers. Most of my family, especially my daddy's family. See, this is the funny thing about my mama's family. They were like y'all. Well, my daddy's family too. Racist motherfuckers. My family, there's immigrants in there. Some immigrated from England, but I tell you what, they intermarried with the Africans they enslaved and imported, and the native indigenous people of this nation. Obviously, you can look at my hair and tell what my ancestry is, and that my family also come from the hills of the Carolinas. The hill folk, bitch. My hair is part of my heritage. What is it, mulligans? Fuck you, bitch. And your white supremacist ass. Get the fuck out. You don't even belong here, allegedly. But I ain't never begrudged you or any other immigrant from being in this country. I think everybody has a right to be where they wish. But how dare you make fun of anybody or try to bully or gang stalk? You racist bitch. But this is some of their tactics. Common kindergarten playground bully tactics. And y'all are adults on a platform of hate on TikTok. You're part of organized crime. This is what their self-deleting program is. You ain't nothing but a bitch, a grown-ass bitch on your own fucking social media platform thinking you have the world at your feet with fucking hate. And y'all promote this as spirituality or Christianity. I want people to take a look at the modern day kindergarten bullying tactics of adults on TikTok. This is their self-delete program. They are hired. They are paid. And at Dave 1979, you're a fucking con man. And you have got caught. You and cryptic fuck bitch. And you're an identity thief. And my intellectual property. And you're a pedophile. You're an essayer, and that's the nice way of putting it. You're an adult film star that essays youngins for profit. And you like to unalive them on film, and then you write books about it. Am I telling the truth about at Dave 1979 and Marta, Quicksilver Mind Weaver? Do they essay youngins? Do they do it for profit? Do they unalive them for rituals? Do they participate in the self-delete program for money on TikTok? They are killers for hire. Let's not forget the essayers or youngins. They're in a BDSM community that is not even the normal BDSM community. Quite honestly, the normal BDSM community is probably turned on your ass. Has the normal BDSM community caught wind of what these people are doing? Have they turned on at Dave 1979 and Marta Quicksilver Mind Weaver on TikTok? Because they do this with youngins and unalive them and other people for money. And promoted as adult films on the dark web. You are racist people. Is what you are at Dave 1979. You're a con man. You're a killer for hire and an essayer for hire, and you film it as adult film and you write about it in your books. Baby, that's not fiction. That's your true story, bitch. That's your autobiography. You're a serial killer, an essayer, writing books about the unalivings you've done. So the next time y'all see a creator, especially a new one, step in. Do the responsible thing. Not one person ever told me what folks were trying to do. I may not have listened. But maybe I don't know, maybe there should be a coming together, a meeting of the minds to go that this is not acceptable. Maybe there should be an oversight committee. The fact that the self-deleting for money on TikTok is so prevalent and so rampant and allowed to continue. There are well-known readers coming on my personal Facebook page because they hear Quicksilver Mind Weaver and that night, Dave 1979 outright slandering and defaming my character. Many of you are damn good psychics. Some of you, most of you, well, I don't know you. I don't know y'all. I don't. But I know some of you are damn good psychics. Damn good. Many of you better than me. How long is it okay to remain silent? It's not. How long is it okay to go, oh, that's a shame that happened. Did you know so-and-so self-deleted, that so-and-so bullied them until they, oh man, why didn't anybody do anything? Do y'all know how many times I've heard that on TikTok? How many people have made posts about other creators who have self-deleted on TikTok on a live stream? How many of you have sought to profit in one way or shape, form, or fashion? Whether it's by getting more followers or more likes because you made a fucking video about going, that's a shame, so-and-so self-deleted on a live stream. Bitch, you're trying to profit off of somebody else's pain. You're profiting off of their self-deleting that was probably done for fucking money. For profit. You are no better. None of you. Your silence is damning. Just as mine was in the past. I hope I wasn't in a live. Was I ever in a live stream where someone self-deleted? Oh my God. Was it mine? Was I in another person's? Oh my God. How many of us, whether knowing or unknowing, and y'all can see my face, bitch, I had no idea. How many of us ignore the signs or don't see them? Bitch, I had no idea I was in a live of someone who had self-deleted. How many of us can say that? Too many of us, including me. It was a fear and I didn't want to hear the truth, but it's the fucking truth. When are we going to make a change? When? There needs to be more education, because I certainly didn't know. I'm experiencing it myself. And quite honestly, if I had not gone through the things I had in my life, especially my early life with my mama and my family, y'all, my mama has Munchausen by proxy with all the tendencies. She has essayed and trafficked her kids from the day we were born. I've been bullied by my family my entire life. If I had not, I probably would not have survived the things that were done to me since my husband passed. Especially this shit with at Day 1979 and Marta, Quicksilver Mind Weaver, trying to get me to self-delete on a live stream. How long is our silence going to make us an accessory? Even mine. Y'all saw my reaction. Many of us didn't know. I didn't know. But that just points out that we need more education. A lot more. There needed to be a lot more parameters. It shouldn't be so easily done or easily accessible or openly managed. This is an organized crime business out in the open. They are normalizing self-deleting for profit. They are normalizing this. They are using serial unalivers and essayers to do this because they enjoy it. This goes beyond the normal BDSM lifestyle community. You can't claim your sexual identity or preference as a safety net. Not trying to normalize and okay and get approval of the people to normalize profiting off of people as self-deleting. This is engineered death for profit. Let's call it what it is. It's a money-making business. This is not spirituality or Christ consciousness or Mother Hecate. It's not even Lucifer. And y'all, I call Lucifer Luck. Do you condone such bullshit? No. Lucifer is people, self-deleting for profit. Is that part of your worship that you want from people who call on you? Not even Lucifer wants that shit. He said, I'm an antagonist, but and then he also, I call this salt and pepper. For me, he's like the flip side of Archangel Michael. He said, the flip side, salt, pepper, good, evil, bad, good, but no. What I'm hearing, we do not perpetrate evil upon evil. He said we're antagonists, but we work together. And what I'm hearing is there is a cohesiveness in the work we do. And again, he says for the Creator. He says, Lucifer says, even I am here at the discretion is the word of the Creator, the great I am is what he's saying, not the Creator, he's saying the great I am. He says the original state of being, the original source. I am at their disposal, or it, however. He's saying there's not a word in this language to express or encompass the true meaning of the one source, the original. The original great I am. I'm hearing the word creator, but it is in parentheses. He's saying it is only really the only word we have adequate in our language to express this, but it does not encompass the fullness of that meaning. He gives a shrug of the shoulders and he says, it's adequate. He said, it's the gist. Thank you. He says, you're welcome. He said, thank you for asking. Oh, he said, use discretion. Use your discretion. And he says, I am always at your disposal, meaning ask me, I'll answer your question. If you listen for the response, I will answer your questions with the sincerity and truth I am given within me. There is a chuckle of humor here and a wink as well. He goes, remember, I am the antagonist. And he's saying here is a fine goodbye. He's checking out right now. I have work to do is what he says. He says, I have more things to engineer. Oh my goodness. He has a sense of humor. He said he has spent a lot of time exploring my humanness with me. He said learning my humanness and to embrace that. Oh, thank you. Y'all wouldn't expect him to be so sweet, but he is. He he said, "Don't tell anybody." He said, "Not many people see this part of me." You know, he chucked me under the chin and told me I was special. I was the apple of his eye. He said, "There are so many green with envy." Any, anyhow, he told me to forgive myself for being in the life of someone who's self-deleted. He said, "I really did not know." He said it was after I had left. He said, "You really didn't know, but you were there. I will not lie." Thank you. Thank you for confirmation. He said, "You really didn't know." He said, "But forgive yourself. Have compassion and mercy. Pray for them if you must, but have mercy, compassion. Forgive yourself." He said, "Forgive yourself the need to," he said, "there is no need for harshness with self, for ignorance." He's saying the words compassionate care. And he said, awareness is the beginning. He said, of releasing ignorance. He said, that is the true awakening of one's spirit. Thank you. He said, words are wisdoms that he speaks. Now he's gone. I love you. Y'all, I have learned I work with everything and everybody, and I am grateful to him. Like I said, I see Lucifer as the flip side of Archangel Michael, or individual, however he expresses himself. They are all expressions of the Creator, created by the Creator, the great I am. He said, "I am all." And he said, awareness, though, is key. And also, he said, do not depreciate or self-depreciate your knowledge, your intrinsic knowledge. And this is for everybody that he says, and he means your gifts, your intuitive gifts. Do not self-depreciate or depreciate these natural and intrinsic gifts. He's saying, I'm trying not to lose the gist to everything. He's saying it's like a whole lot at once. Yes, and he said, do not let intrusive thoughts intrude on your peace. That's for me too. He said especially. And y'all, I hope this helps. But I hope by sharing my experience and speaking out about it, that it brings an awareness. Not only an awareness, but maybe an awakening to bringing about change or opening a door to more awareness. I survived, y'all. They tried that multiple times with me to get me to self-delete unalive. And I'm grateful that it didn't work. And I'm grateful that I reckon was born into the sadistic family I was, that made me strong enough to survive what they did to me on TikTok. There are far too many who did not. I hope it helps.